Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I don't know where it's at, but press it. So we're just gonna jump right in because intros are silly. So I'm doing a self-love, I don't know why I put air quotes there. I'm doing a self-love, how to have self-love, tips to self-love. I don't really know what I'm calling it yet. So as you guys know, I've talked about it here and there, but I've kind of been in a funk. I do have depression. It comes and it goes. It goes more than it comes now, thankfully. But yeah, I've just kind of been in like a funk. So this video is for you guys because I don't think you can ever have enough self-love. This is for you guys, and it's also for me because I need it. So it's kind of like a pep talk to me to remind myself, girl, get your ish together. You are worth it. Love yourself. And same message goes to you. So let's just jump right in. So tip number 1 is stop comparing, because what good does it do you? What good does going on Instagram or going on Tumblr and seeing all of these, perfect girls and thinking, wow, I wish I could look like that, and I wish I could be them, and I wish I could travel like they can or live their lives, or I wish I could be that thin, or, it drives me nuts because I do it too. And I don't really think there's a tip to completely stop comparing yourself to other people, because it's kind of nature. Everyone's going to do it, but I think it's important to catch yourself while you're doing it and saying, this is their life and this is my life. And if I want to travel and if I want to be this and I want to be this and I want to do this, then I think it's important to remember that you are in control of your life. And if you want to, then you can do it. And it may sound silly, but manifest it, and don't compare your journey from day 2 to somebody else's day 300, because it's only going to discourage you and it's only going to make you upset because you're not there yet. But enjoy the process of your life, and that's all I have to say about that. So tip number 2 is to stop talking crap about yourself, because it honestly does no good. And I think that a lot of people, if not everyone, does it. Everyone has insecurities, and there's days where you're fine with them, and then there's other days where it really is the only aspect that is consuming your day. We've all had it happen, and I think it's good to just stop and take a minute or take an hour or take the rest of the day to kind of just be like, I am my best friend. And I think that it's important to be your own best friend, because you're around you more than anybody else is around you, or that you're around anybody else for that matter. So love yourself. But, everyone is mean to themselves sometimes, and I have been guilty of it. Everyone has been guilty of it. But kind of stop yourself and say, you're beautiful, and you're hot, and these little things that you're picking out about yourself, everyone's kind of worried about them, and it sounds like weird, but everyone is so worried about how they look or how they're dressed, or oh my gosh, this is wrong, or oh my gosh, I don't like this about myself. Everyone is so worried about that nobody is worried about anybody else. And it's just be nice to yourself. And I think this goes hand in hand with my other tip, which is number 3, is to journal. And I think I'm just getting back into the hang of things with journaling, because I really feel good when I do it, whether I'm happy or sad or mad, whatever it is. Really, this is my journal. I got it from Target. It's just I like when it has like a tassel so I can keep my place. But I'm just getting back into the swing of things, journaling wise, spiritual wise, things like that. But if you're having a really, really crappy day, whether it's with you or somebody else, journal about it. And, you know, if it's about you, really lay all your feelings out there and then reread it. Maybe right after or the next day. Be like, oh my gosh, you would not believe the things in the moment that you are saying to yourself. And you're like, I wouldn't say this to my friend or my family member or whatever, but why am I saying it to myself when I should be my best friend? You know what I mean? So I was really rambling. Sorry, but I hope that makes sense. So tip number 4 is to take care of yourself in small ways, big ways, whatever. So for example, today I refused to have another bad day. I just refused it. I woke up and I manifested that today was going to be, I shit you not, a kick-ass day. I wrote it in my journal because I'm trying to journal more. I said it out loud. Today will be a kick-ass day. I will not let nothing not have me have a kick-ass day. Okay? Because anything smaller than a kick-ass day is just not acceptable for today. Okay? Manifest it. Say it out loud, and you'll feel weird at first, but you'll realize saying it, writing it down. I guess this goes into journaling, but it really makes a difference when you tell yourself today is going to be a good day. Because if you tell the universe that you're going to have a bad day, you're just going to have a bad day, you know, because that's what you're putting out. But if you tell the universe today's going to be a good day and I'm going to have a good day, and no matter what you throw at me, I'm going to have a good day, the universe has got you, okay? But anyways, so back to tip number 4. Do little things for yourself. So today I opened up all my blinds and I let the sun shine in, and because I feel like having a sunshiny apartment is just a lot better than having a dark apartment, because I don't know. Also having a clean apartment. Anyways, doing little things for yourself, like opening up the blinds and letting the sun shine in your room or your apartment or whatever. Also, after my shower, I put on a thick cream on because my skin deserves it, and I deserve it, and I deserve to have soft skin that I love. You know, or doing bigger things like taking yourself out on a date and, you know, date yourself. Treat yourself, girl. So take yourself out. So take yourself out to dinner and then give yourself a bubble bath and binge and watch Netflix in huge, ugly, comfy pajamas because those are the most comfiest. Whatever it is. But date yourself and treat yourself and love yourself and spend time with just you. Because I feel like when you really get to know yourself when you spend time alone. You get to know your thoughts and your feelings, and so I'm going to get a little personal. When I was younger, I'm 20, so I'm still young, but when I guess was in high school, I hated being alone. You know, I lived with my best friend for a long time. Well, my best friend lived with me for a long time, and I was always gone or at a friend's house, or a friend was with me, and I never spent time alone. That when I did, it petrified me because I was scared of who I was, because I wasn't happy. So we're gonna, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. So yeah, I think it's so important to take care of yourself and spend time alone with yourself, because you get to know who you genuinely are, whether it be good or bad. And you really get to, like, I don't know how to explain it, but you just get to, whether it be bad, if it's bad, you get to figure out why it's bad and fix it. And I guess everything kind of goes hand in hand with, so tip number 5 is to discover you and discover who you want to be. And if it's little things, you hate your hair, color it, cut it off, get extensions, whatever. If you hate where you live, move. Obviously a lot of people can't just up and move. So manifest it and plan it, and you would be so surprised how just planning something that you want can change your mood all around. You know what I mean? I know it doesn't seem like much, planning on something that you want and not actually doing it, but just writing down plans that you want it's so big, because you're working towards something instead of saying, I'll never be able to move out of wherever you live. Let's say you live where I live. I'll never be able to move out of Vegas because I don't have the money, or it'll be too hard, or whatever it is. But discover what you want, and if what you want doesn't align with what you're doing, drop it. Drop it. Mentioned before, if you're not happy with yourself or inside, I don't really think anything else works out the way you want it to. So discover the life and figure out the life that you want to have. And if what you're doing now doesn't align with what you want, let it go. Or if it doesn't make you happy, let it go. You don't like working out? Great, drop it. You don't like your job? Great, get a new one. Like, I know I'm making it seem super simple, and sometimes in a lot of cases it's not super simple, but write down in a journal and what you want and how you're going to get there. And maybe what you want can be 3 years down the road, but you're planning and you're working on it every single day for 3 years down the road, having the exact life you want. That's all I have to say about that one. So I think this is tip number 6. Tip number 6. I started my self-love spiritual journey because she's a YouTuber. Her name is Marissa Lace, and if you don't know her, go check her out because she is awesome. But yeah, so I kind of started my little journey, how she would call it, the year of you kind of thing, because of her. She really encouraged me to treat myself better and know what I deserve. And she mentioned this tip, tip number 6 for me: releasing anybody or anything that is no longer serving you. Meaning, you have toxic relationships, and I think that you know when you're in a toxic relationship, whether it be, a friendship, a family member, or a relationship, and I'm pretty sure we've all had one, if not all of them. And release it. And it is not making you a better person living in a toxic relationship with somebody that is not helping you become your higher self. Also, releasing anything that is no longer serving you. Like, I don't like to admit that I used to smoke cigarettes, but I did used to smoke cigarettes, and it just didn't feel aligned with who I was. So I cut him out and I dropped him, and I haven't smoked a day since. And maybe food, I'm going on this plant-based lifestyle because eating meat I knew what it was doing to my body, and it was just taking the step to saying, I'm cutting it out. And, I'm going to hold myself accountable by making it a challenge for me, or a 30-day challenge, which it's been 15 days, and I think that I'm doing great. But anything or anybody that is no longer serving you, release it and let it go. And I think when I say that, everybody has something different that comes to mind, and I think that's important. So I hoped my tips and my rants and whatever helped you, because I know that I feel a lot better. So I hope that you guys enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe and like and follow me on my journey, because I don't think our journeys ever stop. You know, it's what life is. Life is one big journey. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.